see. Because the grind never ends. Got to go ahead and work 8 hours, then put in an extra hour for y'all. Speaking of extra time, we got the lady herself trying to witch time this Yoshi out of bracket. Yori choosing not to go with the Joker and instead go with the old classic Bayonetta against DCorn's Yoshi in game 1.
And again, once more, as we saw, eat this Mega Smash. These guys jumping right into it. I do like to see how, you know, in his jury surrounds, he switched between Bayonetta and Joker. And I mean, we'll see kind of how these characters appeal for him. At the same time, Bayo's that combo character, but Yoshi's got super armor, and Yoshi's also got some good buttons. So we'll see if DCorn can really bite back. I mean, of course, after he's done with this cutscene.
It feels like this might be a decent pickup in this matchup, actually, because the problem really is that Yoshi doesn't have a ton of moves that are safe on shield enough to challenge Bayonetta's up B. And you can preemptively do the up B, which is disjointed enough to beat out a lot of Yoshi's moves. So perhaps we're going to see a defensive style of gameplay here from Yori, and we'll have to see if DCorn is going to respond in kind and egg camp this man. But the problem is that when Yoshi gets his hands on you, you will bleed hard and fast. Right now, already 80% just from this one string.
Yeah, DCorn, once he got his grubby little paws on Yori, he has not let him go in the slightest. And now that percentage has pretty quickly evened up after some amazing combos by Yori really early on. But only a minute in, I mean, these two are starting to get into those death percentages. I mean, these two got to be careful.
Yeah, the problem really is that both these characters have some trouble killing. I think Bayo has it a lot worse, though. Bayo really only kills with hard reads out of the smash attacks or hard commitment options like a down air or getting a witch time. The only safe move that Bayo can throw out that kills is that back air right there. And you can see if you don't get the sweet spot, this man's at 180 and he is not in danger of dying. 102% though, a lot of Yoshi's moves will kill. Forward smash should do it.
Yeah, forward throw is one of the kind of viable options for Bayo. I mean, if they're just getting caught shielding at ledge, their percentage is high enough, you can make do. It's not, you know, the #1 pick, but again, it is a tool on the table that DCorn has to be aware of.
All right, now DCorn's got the ledge trapping situation. What was that offstage option? He almost kills himself as he goes low and then air dodges, but very good to not get a directional air dodge there. I think DCorn was trying to challenge something and then back away, but the down B will finish off that stock. So now only 40%, not a ton of extra credit. We'll see what DCorn can make out of this.
Yeah, as you said, not, you know, crazy in the slightest, but with that up B, as you said earlier as well, coming out, that is another 40% on top of that. The Bayo combos do an amazing job of racking up the percentage, and Yoshi seed, as you said again, DCorn's just going to take a step back and just start camping with eggs, keeping Yori on his toes.
I'm digging the command grab right there, the neutral bait from DCorn. That was a really good movement right there. Just it looked like a wave bounce or a B reversal. I couldn't quite tell, but he got the momentum burst out of that and was able to just snatch Bayo away and got a good string out of it.
As you can see, DCorn's trying to mix up his options as best as he can, finding some percentage on the board, but Yori is the one, you know, they are staying pretty well in the lead going into this. And again, reading that option, getting the up smash and taking that stock.
Resource exhaustion right there. DCorn didn't have his double jump, no super armor. All he could do was air dodge right there, and Yori had that one read from page 1.
And now again, it is a game of extra credit as Yori continues to rack up all this thing. The double jump managed to get him out, just barely getting caught by that witch time, and that's going to be more percentage on board. But as I said, super armor is doing an amazing job.
All right, Egg getting snuffed out by the neutral there. Forward air gets it low, but DCorn tries to go ahead and get the down smash. Not quite going to work out. Air dodge is back. DCorn seems a little bit trigger happy with these air dodges.
Yeah, I could feel like he might be a little bit unsure about how he needs to get around this, and those panic buttons might be pretty crazy. Nice use of rolling in, staying in that shield, not going a little bit too overzealous. At the same time, no jump, air dodges in, gets caught by the up smash, and Yori is pretty convincingly taking that game 1.
Yeah, 2 times Yori read DCorn's air dodges in with up smashes. Anytime that happens to you as a player, you know that you need to switch it up. That is a message that is being sent. If you do not have another card in your deck, if you do not have another option out of disadvantage, you will not win this game.
As you can see, our good friend DCorn on the left, that Weird Al Yankovic-looking guy, having to have some thoughts to himself as what character, or not, rather, what stage rather do I want to take this Bayonetta to? And as we said, you know, even if that game 2 doesn't work out for Yori, Joker is also in the pocket.
You know, I've never actually seen that comparison between DCorn and Weird Al, but now I cannot unsee it.
Yeah, that's one of the things people have referred to him as in this.
DCorn, I'm so sorry. Now everyone knows. We're gonna have to get that Photoshop. We gotta get a cardboard cutout of Weird Al put in that chair for the next time that DCorn's at one of these tournaments.
Yeah, I'm sure there's worse people to be compared to. I mean, a parody man could be worse.
Weird Al's had a hell of a career. That man has put out some bangers.
If you haven't watched, or if you haven't listened rather to the sonata of Trapped in the Drive-Thru, then what are you doing with yourselves?
I'm more of an Eat It fan.
Hardware Store is pretty good.
True.
I'm trying to think about, man, it's been a long time since I've actually actively heard some of his songs. Angry White Boy Polka is pretty good.
My God, I forgot about the Acre White Boy Polka. You're gonna make me crack up here. I gotta look these up on YouTube. After
Man,
this.
we're gonna have. I mean, hey, you have at least a month. Okay, speaking of some weird, putting the weird in Weird Al right now is DCorn switching to Ridley.
Huh? No, I think no way. Okay, he is DCorn Ridley. I cannot remember the last time I've seen this outside of friendlies.
Yeah, this is such a bizarre pick from him. I don't think I've seen his Ridley in action before, besides maybe Squad Strike.
So I can see that perhaps what he's thinking of is that he can zone out Bayonetta and doesn't have to worry about the up B so much. Yes, this is a combo food character. Ridley does not have a get out of jail free card. But the other thing that I think Ridley can be really, really good for in this particular matchup is that you can challenge Bayonetta's up B. It does not snap ledge, and your up B is disjointed. You can aim it down and just stomp on this lady as she tries to come up.
Yeah, and going into this game, DCorn has a very different kind of mindset, and that mindset is to play lame, win game.
No hit forward. Never hit forward. Forward, not a button.
And as you can see, I mean, he got a little bit percent on board, but now he's just absolutely eating it. Weird Algovic, fittingly enough. And forward smash to the mouth, and that is, one long standing combo from Yori equals death for DCorn.
Yori should not be finding these kills this early. Like, this is purely an example of DCorn's options not being fluid enough, not being diverse enough, and allowing Yori to get these reads or these hard committal moves out there. Like Bayonetta, you beat Bayonetta by chipping her away, and if you're not doing that, this character's neutral is still pretty good.
Yeah, I think that DCorn at the same time, just taunting in the middle of this, I think DCorn might be a little kind of struggling in this match after that crazy 0 to death and just getting lapped in percentage pretty handily.
Yeah, you got to go ahead and clear up your mentality there. No neutral layer going to connect, so DCorn is not quite dead. The up B connects, though. Gets DCorn back to center stage. Shipped with that downward... Oh, no. I was going to say you get chipped, and then he might very well be out completely after that one. That seems like a tilter right there.
Yeah, this is pretty on the brutal scale, I will say. I mean, there's not much that really do right now. Just kind of play his heart out and hopefully find a stock or two pretty quickly, or else he will have to do his best in the loser's bracket. But as I say that, a quick up smash and a little bit of a teabag coming up from DCorn puts himself on the map.
You can actually use up smash really, really well in this matchup in particular, because characters that use a lot of those side Bs and up Bs to get away, there you have special lag or ROC lag at the end of it, and Ridley is a big character, and his up smash covers a ton of space. So it is really easy to punish this character in Bayo as she comes down.
Yeah, a little bit of percentage on board, but 90% last stock DCorn. I mean, I would say that it's all down to how Yori can kill, but at the same time, this man has not struggled to kill in the slightest to this set.
All right, recovering low, tries to witch time, it gets it, but the ledge snap will burn out the last of the invuln right there. And now DCorn's starting to kind of bet it all on black, and
that is a
he
good
ain't gonna get another chance to roll again.
Stomp into the dirt, and that is a pretty solid 2-0 by Yori.
And that puts Yori into the money on the other side of winner semifinals. DCorn is going to have to see what he can do to make this work in a loser's bracket run, because that looked like a pretty definitive win.